Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Today's video is going to be what's my controversial coaster opinions. Now obviously I live in the UK, if you can't tell by the horrific accent. But yeah, and I'm also still quite young, so I've not been to a whole lot of theme parks. But here's my opinion based on my expectations and my preferences about roller coasters. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy it. So my first opinion of a few today. Now, this could be quite a controversial one, but I also think there's a fair few people who will agree with it. And I think that Top Thrill 2 is going to be a flop, and I don't think the general public or Cedar Point are going to be happy with how it is in the end. This is purely because the whole lure to Top Thrill Dragster, when it was Top Thrill Dragster, was the punchy launch 0 to 120 in 3.5 seconds, 4 seconds, rapid acceleration, relentless. And now, yeah, the swing launch and the backward spike are cool, but you on LSMs which aren't as powerful, and it's still the same long launch track because they had limited space to work with, which just means that you only launch 74 miles an hour in the first part where you would have launched 120. Then you gain about 26, 27 mile an hour during the backwards launch before going up the spikes, and then on your way back down you only gain another 20 mile an hour to get over the top at. And I feel like the intensity that Dragster was known for is going to be lost, and it's going to be nulled slightly, and in my opinion it's just not going to be the same as it used to be, and it's not going to be as good. But yeah, that's my opinion, and feel free to comment on what you think and if you think I'm an absolute muppet. So now on to my next opinion, which is a change from the last one, but on another launch coaster, and it's Rita isn't a bad roller coaster. Now, I know a whole lot of people dislike it, and I can see why, to be honest with you. It's a bit rough, I don't think it's too bad. And some people say the launch is naff, but I love the launch on it. It just feels really powerful, especially in the front row, which I've got a few times. Once, 5 minutes for park closing, and the first one in the morning, as the park opened, I was, I think, the third or fourth train on, and obviously it was better in the evening because it was a lot more powerful, because the roller coaster had warmed up. But I even like the layout, because I know a lot of people say that the airtime hills don't do a whole lot for them, and that they're just a bit meh. But I get strong ejects on them, and I also love the forces of all the turns, and especially going into that final break run, it's so intense. But that might just be me being me. But yeah, I like Rita at Alton I was in the UK. And I want to move on to my next opinion, which sort of reflects the last full-length video that I made the other day, I think Monday, for if it's close to the time that you watched this one. Steel Vengeance is very, very overrated. And I know we're starting off with 2 negatives from Cedar Point. It looks like a brilliant part, but I don't know. Something about Steel Vengeance, it looks intense, but it just doesn't seem like the greatest coaster in the world that everyone makes it out to be. The elements look cool, but in my opinion, it just doesn't look like it hits a spot as other roller coasters that I like. To be fair, it has got a few inversions, and I'm a sucker for inversions, which just makes it decent to me. But I feel like it's severely overrated, and is made out to be better than, in my opinion, I think it should be. And now for my next opinion, I want to move on to another one for my UK viewers, which I know I think 30% of you are. I'll try and check it up on the screen, but I might be wrong. That's because my main viewers are in the US and UK. But Thorpe Park is better than Alton Towers, and I know that obviously there'll be a fair amount of people who strongly agree on this with me. Sorry about that mistake, and also a lot of people who strongly disagree. Don't get me wrong, I love both parks, and Alton Towers definitely wins when it comes to beauty and like a lure to go. It's in a place basically in the arse end of nowhere, but yeah, I just think that Thorpe Park has better rides and a better all-round collection, because Alton Towers seems to be getting more family focused. But that could be from my recent bias of not being able to ride Nemesis this year, which, again, gutted about. I've said it in every full-length video I've ever made, I think, which isn't a whole lot, but it's still enough for me to waffle on too much. And now I want to move on to my next one, which seems like another downer on RMC, but ArieForce One at Fun Spot Atlanta is really, really overrated. Now, from what people have said, it's supposedly a good ride, but I think the first half is the only strong part of the ride, with the RMC elements that people generally like. And then, not even for the second half, more the last third of it, you get past a really good, strongly banked turn into the Heartline roll, as you can see on the screen, and then you get into these bunny hills, and I've heard of people reporting that they're actually getting the airtime so strong and it's so relentless that it just hurts, because you get slammed up into the restraints, slammed down, and it's uncomfortable and not very fun to ride, which obviously not riding it myself, I can't say, but yeah, I don't know, it's just doesn't hit the spot for me. It doesn't seem. Don't get me wrong, I love airtime, but it's not my favourite element. And now I want to move on to my final one, and this is the Smiler is the second best ride at Alton Towers, and I know again quite a few people agree with me, but I know a lot of people hate it because they find it rough, but if you are able to keep your head in quite a stable position, which I know you shouldn't have to, but if you can keep your head straight up, the intensity is immense, it's brilliant, you cannot beat it. Maybe only Nemesis comes close to it, and I just think it's such an amazing, great ride, and obviously the record breaker of 14 inversions. I just think it's an absolutely fantastic ride, and I hope to hear your opinions on it. So if you've enjoyed the video, please like, sub, and comment what you think of my horrific opinions, which I'm aware are bad. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, everyone.